In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect Webflow and Zapier step by step so you can automate your workflows and save a ton of time. This is a really useful setup if you want to send form submissions, new content, or other Webflow actions into another app like Google Sheets, email tools, or your CRM. If this tutorial helps, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software guides just like this. Alright, let's get started. First, go to Zapier in your browser. Once you're on the Zapier homepage, look for the Create option and click it. This is where you'll start building a new automation. After that, click on Zap Workflows because that is the type of automation you want to create for this connection. Now, you'll be inside the Zap editor. The first thing you need to do is click on Trigger. The trigger is the event that starts your automation, and in this case, it will be connected to Webflow. In the search bar, type Webflow and click on it when it appears. This tells Zapier that Webflow will be the app that starts the workflow. Next, you need to choose an event. You can select any event that fits your use case, depending on what you want Webflow to do. For example, you might choose something related to forms, items, or updates. Once you choose the event, Zapier will ask you to log into your Webflow account. Go ahead and sign in so Zapier can access the right site and data. After the trigger is set up, it's time to add the next part of the workflow. Click on Action. The action is what happens after the trigger fires, so this is where you choose the app and task that Zapier should perform. Search for the app you want to connect with Webflow. For example, you could choose Google Sheets if you want to save new data into a spreadsheet. Once you select your app, click on Choose an Event and pick the action you want Zapier to perform. Just like with the trigger, select the option that fits your automation goal. Then log into that app account as well, so Zapier can connect both services properly. After both your trigger and action are connected, look for the Build It button at the top. This is where you finalize the setup and make sure everything is configured correctly. Before publishing, it's always a good idea to test the workflow first. Click on Test Run so Zapier can confirm that your automation is working the way you expect. If the test looks good, you're almost done. The last step is to click Publish. Once you publish the Zap, your Webflow and Zapier connection will go live, and your automation will start running whenever the trigger event happens. And that's it. You've now connected Webflow and Zapier. This setup can help you automate repetitive tasks, keep your data organized, and make your workflow much more efficient. If this video helped, please give it a like, subscribe for more tutorials, and leave a comment if you want to see more no-code automation guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.